Spirit Heroes aren't really what you want to lane into a Bat Rider, at least super early on. Probably Void Spirit's the only one that can kind of get away from it just because you have some kind of movement spells. But Bat Rider, he's just going to look to trade. It's not even like you've got a Storm Spirit lane where you can use all of that, the sticky napalm that gives you a one charges where you can look to trade just with the static remnant. This is an Ember Spirit. You know, he's got decent cooldowns early on. So even try and out spam the Bat Rider. So this is probably going to be favored for Yopaj, a player that just got dumpstered on by a Bat Rider just yesterday.
Yeah, perhaps that's fresh in his mind when he's like, all right, let's play some Bat Rider here. So we'll see if that's going to be the recipe for success for Boom Esports. We'll see what they're cooking up here. And they're looking for that 2-0, and SMG looking to bounce back, force a game 3. Do you like that they go back for the Drow Ranger, or do you feel like it's, you know, potentially something kind of risky?
I think it was probably the only option that they had left to them, to be completely honest, right? Like, what would you think of whenever, like, assuming there's no bans and you're going up against a Terrorblade? I mean, Phantom Lancer is #1 for mine. Maybe, like, not a carry-to-carry matchup, but if you had a Darkseer, it can be kind of decent. But with Drow Ranger's up there. It's just how are you actually going to be able to play around it, and are you going to get caught out of position again? Because that happened at least 5 times that I counted at game #1 for mid one.
Yeah, the stuff I would have liked to see more was mostly banned. Like, Morphling was banned. They banned Medusa themselves. I wouldn't have mind Medusa. I think that's kind of just like a even matchup with Medusa versus TB. So it really was like a what else is in the pool. And mid one, even going back to the tour itself, was playing Drow Ranger in some of those games. So it is at least a slight comfort pick when it comes to his hero pool.
You're not going to be able to contest quite as easily against a Terrorblade just in a pure melee-to-melee matchup. So it's all about abusing that spam from afar. Again, to use the Thunderstrike as much as possible. Came to the lane with 5 mangoes, just using the first one here.
Let's get caught by the cookie, but with a Metamorphosis and the slow from the Reflection, Afu in some trouble. That's going to be a kill going Skem's way, not Jackie's, but, you know, any kills top, that's money for Jackie, because that's the Skem. He's going to be buying some salves and healing up his boy Jackie with that money. Been pressuring the Ember.
I mean, obviously it's a good thing, right? But his main priority is making sure he's got that Boots of Travel to really enable him to use the Firefly, get it onto the back lines as mid one. He's going to go down again. To basically go on mid one, like I'm just saying, right? Because I mentioned during the draft that a big part of Roger's job is to make sure he's locking down this Pangolier.
It's by me, because, yeah, it was constantly mid one going down, but Jackie, he only died the one time very early on, but he's not gotten much for him. Top lane, meanwhile, Afu is going to find himself getting rotated on. Ember Spirit there. Moon is able to clean up at least one of these kills. So it's a 1-for-1 trade so far. Moon still has remnants if he wants to play around them. Has the good damage from the side of Fist, and he's just going to remnant away back to safety. They're just doing what they can on the boom side to try and create Ember Spirit, who are playing pretty aggressive in terms of making these early moves. They're not done. Moon is found Skem once again. He's going to get glimpsed away, but he's got the remnant there, so he's going to have another Sleight of Fist in a second. That Sleight of Fist with that gush does so much damage. Anchor Smash will finish off the kill. They want to pressure this mid-tier 1 tower. The Siege Wagon is still there. The Kiss is going to come flying in as well. Yopaj does a good job with the Boots of Travel. He dodges them all in the end. Wow, actually doesn't get hit a single time. Well done.
I think he made a bit of a mistake there, though. He went, walked all the way back to the fountain, picked up his Windlace, but be all that worried right now.
See the Bat Rider, I believe, TPing in, but he's already caught on the Bloodseeker, who can't get it off a rupture. So they defend the top tower. That's something SMG have been really proactive about, just trying to constantly take these early towers using the strength of this Snapfire, as well as just all the minus armor they're getting makes these towers so much easier to bring down. Now with Titan's Ravage coming to the top lane, they're ready to fight.
They're ready to fight, but I mean, it just again shows...
He's hiding in the trees here, letting his illusions do the work, but they seem to have an idea of where he might be. They're pinging in the trees, coming down here, hunting for the TB. Jackie, smoke gonna pop here. Afu knows he's nearby. The Kiss is now gonna be used as well. Found the TB, and without a Manta Style, he gets rooted up, ravaged as well, just to make sure he doesn't use a Sunder. Perhaps a bit overkill, but when you're killing a TB, it's always gonna be worth it.
Ended up using the Rolling Thunder on the top side. Was that
not farming? He suddenly, you know, dropped down a few places. So Jackie's going to be thinking like he needs to finish off some of these items, whether it's the BKB or the Manta Style. He's not ready to fight at all right now.
bottom side. Have to be careful about maybe bumping him outside of the Static Storm, but just fine, but you need to use the lasso for it. Main counter to that is that FBZ, he's the one with the Lincoln Spear. So, nice Blink Ravage.
Gets Blink Ravage. Cookie follow-up. Can he get off the Rolling Thunder? He's trying to swashbuckle his way out of there, but he gets caught by the Rupture Anchor Smash down. Kiss is coming in now as well, but Yopaj has a BKB on his Batrider, so he's going to be able to bring down at least Roger. Not sure he can do too much more because the minus armor and the physical damage is just too much for him to stand up against, so... They trade Pangolier for Bloodseeker, and they also have to commit their BKB on the Batrider. They're not done.
They're found here.
Yeah, they found the Weaver. Comes out of the Shikuchi with the multi-shot. Ooh! Gets just out of range in time, and Moon can't find him for the sleight of fist that would have finished some time, so... Does feel like Boom are posturing to take another fight, knowing that they've got all their big ultimates here. Rune coming out, and they're looking to fight this, but they're just caught in the meat grinder. Moon and Mid One just eat Tim's and FPZ alive. And with the Rupture on Yopaj, he's forced to BKB, but he's got no TP. That Rupture's still on him for a little bit longer. There's some good damage here. It finally wears off, and with the dragged him out. Yep, pulls him out. Is he going to die to this? The damage over time, the Thunderstrike, it's going to barely be enough. Skem gets the kill in the end. Moon's not done. He wants Yopaj. Has he got another Remnant? 2 seconds. He's chasing as if he wants to go for this. Remnant into the base. He's going for it indeed. Sleight of Fist is there with the Searing Chains. Can he push him away with the Flame Break? It's not going to be enough with the BKB from Moon. SMG diving up in Boom's base, going for these kills. And
getting dived as well. Mid One.
Yeah. Doesn't have a Sunder. He's already used it. He is BKB and Metamorph, but he's going to run away. And Mid One, he's gone down though in the process. So they do get the TP kill, but they're dropping like flies elsewhere. Moon, unfortunately, out of mana himself, though. Without bottle charges, he may just die to a Weaver. He needs help, and he doesn't really have much coming. If anything, there's more enemies on the way. FPZ misses the swashbuckle, but the Rolling Thunder should be there to finish off this kill. Remnant comes up. Moon, he's got the mana, but the Weaver coming in. Shikuchi damage. It's going to be FPZ with the swashbuckle. Absolutely chaotic fight happening in like 4 different places. And that's maybe something SMG realizes, that without that Rolling Thunder, this Roach is a lot safer. But Static Storm catches that ball inside the kinetic field as well. Yopaj on top of the Ravage to counter this one. Jackie doesn't have the BKB in time, but now he gets it off afterwards. And with the lasso coming into play, they're just getting eaten alive in this Roshan pit. They tip Skem. And oh boy, what a disaster for SMG.
This feels like more than one tip. That was game winning.
Going for the Roshan still. Moon, he's in, but he's too early. Roshan ends up going down. I think Moon, he got it. He killed Roshan and got the Aegis. 1 versus 5. Moon, he's trying to get the Yopaj kill. He's got 1. Can he get anything else? He's going to force it back. Does get glimpsed in, though. Have they got the damage from Moon? They're also low on the Boom side. They don't really want to fight him right now. He's out of Remnant charges, though, and I believe that means they should be able to kill him off. But Roger's showing up to help him out. And Moon, he's back to safety. He's going to live with the Aegis in hand as well. Oh, boy. Link to go with the Lincoln piece, so he can initiate in with that Rolling Thunder, and he's going to do just that. They break the Lincolns on Mid One. They get the lasso to follow it up, and he got the BKB off to the Rolling Thunder. Not doing anything, at least onto the Drow Ranger. Attempted TP out from Mid One, but is the damage there? They've got the kill with the TB. Mid One thought he could make it out, but he thought wrong. Tide refreshes, goes for a second Ravage here. They're looking to turn this one with the kisses, and Moon is in with the BKB. They're doing too much damage to the Boom side. Even with the dead Drow Ranger, it's the rest of the SMG squad who is just eating Boom alive. FBZ's got the roll-up, will swashbuckle to the high ground, so they trade 2 for 1 so far, but with the BKBs all being used out, they don't want to fight into Moon's Ember any longer.
DD on the bottom side of the river. That fight went well for SMG. It could have gone better, I believe. But Yatoro, whenever he plays the Drow Ranger, he actually got a pick off
BKB lasso, yep. It's just the support Snapfire, but Boom showing they happy to go on even the support here. They have to work a little bit harder for it, but they do still get it. Not done yet, though. Rolling Thunder, yeah. FBZ's just going on the backlines. He's got himself a solo kill, essentially. He will get Ravaged here. Raging Potato wants to punish FBZ. It's a pretty big kill. Is it worth a Ravage when you got a refresher? He's thinking the answer is yes. He's going to instantly refresh here as they go charging in onto Skem. They know this Tide's clicked at that refresher now, so they're going to be a little bit careful on the Boom side. Back off for now. Even scan the rune, so they realize what's going on here. Moon is going to go for this nonetheless. He gets caught, initiated on by FBZ's Rolling Thunder. They chain stun him with the lasso follow-up, and They even scanned. They had an idea that Boom were there. Then the spider legs from FBZ gets him out of the cliff. He uses it as well just to make sure he doesn't die to the kisses. There's a static storm to stop it. He does end up going down. The mid one right clicks hit hard, but the BKB Terrorblade on the front lines. Jackie gets Axel's getting chopped at. The Drow Ranger is doing a lot of damage. He tries to get his way out of that with the Manta Star, but he can't sunder anyone. They lose Weaver as well with the buyback from Moon. It's Boom who are getting absolutely annihilated. They lose 4 off of a Moon buyback, and mid one showing up to the fight.
And this is needed to be able to get it off. I mean, he didn't exactly have someone right next to him that could get it either. Start playing a little bit more around Tim's, perhaps. He's got his Aghanim Scepter. Could afford to even give him over the Psychic Headband for that extra range. I know it's important on a bat, but still.
With Aegis and DD, he's the pusher. You wouldn't normally expect the Ember. You think Drow, but on the backlines, they've caught Skem. He was trying to go for a bit of a backstab, and he's been picked off, so double damage Ember. Moon is having a hell of a game. Level 26, and he's going to go back onto the high ground with this Aegis. Recognizing that the Drow's positioning is so important that they don't want to send Drow to actually push these high ground buildings. They're letting Moon do the dirty work, and so far, so good for SMG. They've taken the tower here, but the initiation coming in from FPZ with the roll-up to try and chain stun this Ember. Gets the Yule Scepter as well. Stuns up both Afu as well as Moon, taking out his first life. And Afu in trouble now as well. They're going to lose the Snapfire. Instant buyback as Moon is going to think of a way out here. He gets caught in the lasso. TB with the right-click damage. The Ravage comes out with a BKB. Jackie's going to look to try and kill Moon through this, but Moon, he gets the remnant away, and Jackie just died. Time Lapse is going to save him. He still has Sunder if he needs to use it, and he may just need to. He's been caught in the Ravage, but he's stunned up, and he can't use it. This one is just a machine gun turret in the back lines. Buybacks coming from Boom. They've got to try and win this fight off of them. As an FPZ, he's got the roll-up, but he hasn't got the rolling thunder itself, and he just hasn't got the way to get on top of this Drow Ranger. He has the Spirit, and yet static storm coming out. FPZ, defensive Yules to keep himself alive. But they can't kill any of these SMG heroes. Rupture coming into play as well. Yeah, they're not done. They're going for the dives here. Moon is feeling like he's just too tough to handle. Mid one isn't so keen on diving after what happened last game. He's going to finish off the racks and say, guys, we're going to focus these objectives. They just use a lot of these buybacks. We don't have ultimates, we don't have Ravage, but they still feel like they're strong enough to take this next fight. Raging Potato is a bit of a wall in the front lines as well as Moon. They're just keeping mid one protected here. And a second melee rack is going to go down as they take the mid racks. At least one of them. Boom looking for a bit of a backstab here. They've rotated out of their base, but they've been scattered out. Moon doing a great job figuring out what's going on the Boom Esports side, making sure that this Drow Ranger doesn't get jumped. It feels like they're constantly trying to get the backlines on the Drow, but mid one is just positioning too well. Perhaps the FPZ Rolling Thunder is going to look to turn the tides here. They're going to find just the Bloodseeker. That's not enough. They need more. And mid one would be a great find if they can get it, but he gets the Shadow Blade away. As FPZ's Rolling Thunder unable to kind of stay on top of him, and now that Rolling Thunder's down, Moon wants to jump in. He's looking to dive. Mantis all out of the root coming in from Jackie, but his TB is in trouble with the Drow Ranger. Just trying to deal with him. The BKB comes out. He finds a Sunder. Roger goes down. Nice Sunder. They've got the lasso. Drow Ranger in trouble. No marksmanship. He's trapped in the kinetic field as well. He needs a way out. He hasn't got it, but then TB is getting low. The Drow Ranger does take a spill. The entire SMG side is just falling, dropping one by one like flies. Moon, though, he's the last man standing on the SMG side, and he's doing a lot of damage here, but he's going to deal with multiple heroes. FPZ, roll up. Still alive for now. Swashbuckle away. He's still with a Yule Scepter, and with the disarm and the silence coming onto the Ember. He's out of money. He's got no remnants. The Moon is dead for. 4 dead. Only Roger alive. He's so fast.
25 though.
Whoa. Ravage. They've gone in. They've caught FBZ. He tries to swash away, but the Bloodseeker makes sure they get the kill with the Rupture. And I don't think Boom want to fight without him, but the problem is Moon's going to force a fight.
They found him.
Yep. And that's the Skem Disruptor, the hero of so many of these team fights. They're maybe not done. Jackie probably just needs to BKB TP out, yeah.
Big win for Boom. Big win.
Yeah. For SMG, you mean, or?
No, I'd say for Boom. The fact that you could see the refresher being used there. You used the first Ravage. It was just the supports that died, and now you could just look to reinitiate. You don't have the Mortimer's Kisses either.
Yep. If they were taking Roshan now onto the Titan Hunter, he's going to try Wind Waker himself out of there. But meanwhile, it's Megas. Everyone's just like, thanks. I'll happily just take your base. Moon doing everything he can to just create a world of room for his teammates. Static Storm is completely off the mark as Moon's gone in with the BKB. Refreshes as well. He wants Skem, who's just sitting there on the Shadow Amulet. They don't have detection, but it doesn't matter. Too much damage, including the multi-shot to finish him off. Ravage now onto the backlines. Catches that too, but the time lapse helps Jackie out. buys him the time to get some of his spells off. He's metamorph up. He needs a sunder target, but he can't use it in time. Mid one kills him before he can even think of sundering because of his BKB. And SMG with TB dead, I believe they may just cinch this game. There's no lasso. There's no pullback into the fountain. 3 seconds and lasso's back up. So that's the last hope here for Boom. They go in with the Rolling Thunder on FBZ. Looking around as Yopaz trying to figure out who the target's going to be for the lasso. They get the... Yeah. Oh, he didn't get the Drow Ranger. And as a result, now he's in a world of pain. Moon and Roger just charging forward, and FBZ is going to watch his base fall as Boom are going to find themselves in a Game 3 decider. SMG, a team that so many people just kind of counted out, I think, after day one. I mean, and somewhat rightfully so. They got stomped by Boom. They bounced back. Day two, they 2-0